Okay, go.
Okay, go.
Okay. No pressure.
No, there's no pressure at all. But you know where it is, where you're going?
Hampstead Tube Station.
Right, fine.
Do you know how to get there?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want my glasses on or off?
Oh, you do whatever makes you comfortable.
All right. I'm so not
Have you got
comfortable.
a seatbelt on?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
So I'm only concerned for your safety.
Yeah, can you just get me to my psychiatrist, okay? It doesn't matter what my body looks like.
If you're a complete wreck, that's fine.
I just need the brain ticking.
As long as the brain's going, yeah.
Yeah. So how many have you done today?
Oh, I've done lots of filming of the car, and then Jonathan, very, very briefly, and then which was very funny, and he sends his love, by the way.
Oh, right, okay.
And
I hate when people say somebody was very, very funny, because it implies that I'm not very, very funny. You know what I mean?
He was really funny.
Yeah, I know, and I haven't got a chance.
No, this is, believe me, even if you say nothing, this is.
I just show profile.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Just show cheekbone.
Do you know what you're in though?
No.
All right, I'll explain it very, very briefly.
No, quickly, because I don't care.
It doesn't have it doesn't use any petrol.
What does it use?
Petrol, electricity.
No.
This is an electric vehicle.
And is it coming to our market soon?
Yep, you can buy them in this.
How
one
much
is
is
a
this?
demonstration, very expensive, 75,000 quid.
Yeah,
But just a moment, just feel this.
Oh yeah, baby! Oh my God!
It's quite extraordinary.
Oh, I understand why you're doing this now. I couldn't
it is quite
understand
thrilling.
before.
It is quite thrilling, and it doesn't use any petrol. Not like.
There'll be something that that you'll pay for through your teeth because.
Oh yeah, now they'll suddenly start charging a special electricity rate for.
Or
cars.
You'll be in something horrible will happen.
Yeah.
Your jacuzzi will overflow something. Because nobody should get away with this.
No, it's too much fun, isn't it?
And for a freebie, it's not good.
Are
they going to give it to you?
No. Oh yeah, in my dreams.
Just so for how many days have you got it?
No, I've just got it today. I've got to take it back immediately. I'll drop you. I've got to get it back.
Okay.
But I've had it since.
So I better be funny. All right, ask me something where I can be funny.
What the fuck can I ask you? I have no idea because you're a legend and you're brilliant.
Oh, a legend.
Yeah, legend.
Should I interview you?
I think you should. You're much better at it. I mean, I can't interview people to save my life. All I've ever done in this is we just talk like normal,
okay. Well, we'll talk like normal.
Like you do.
All right.
I mean, I had a lovely drive with Ed, your lovely husband.
Ed was in here?
Yeah, I did. Well, not in this car. No, in my normal boring car. So you got the real.
Oh, but Ed, my husband wasn't filmed.
Yeah.
He was filmed?
He was brilliant, yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was
he's very amusing about your children and the middle one. He did the song of the middle one.
Oh, the middle child?
Nobody cares about the middle child and all that stuff. It's lovely. Very, very touching.
Yeah, well, we have our favorites. And she knows it. That'll cripple her for life.
So you don't sort of try and gloss over it and go...
I completely ignore her. I give her a checkbook and say, here's for the shrink. Mommy had to pay it.
But how was her birthday? Because she just turned 18?
Oh, there was snogging. Did Ed tell you?
No, because we went to the party shop and got all the balloons and all that stuff the day before the birthday.
She wanted a sophisticated dinner party, so she made the lady who cleans our house dress up as a coolie, a Japanese servant. So it's not only that she has to clean the house, but now she's going to black up.
Yeah.
For the next party. Yeah. So she had to bow and put chopsticks in her hair. She's from the north. So anyway.
I bet she enjoyed it though, really.
No, she didn't at all. But then late at night, Ed went downstairs and saw my daughter. I had thought she was a lesbian. And I gave her the lecture saying, it's okay if you're a lesbian.
Right.
My best friend's a lesbian.
Yeah.
Okay, I would choose you to be a lesbian, you know, because they're good at plumbing.
Yes, they're very good at plumbing. Yeah,
so anyway, she turned out not to be one. So there you go. And
she was kissing a boy.
Yeah, we saw that.
Right.
But all right, so. And my son isn't a homosexual, though I raised him to be one.
Yeah, no,
Go figure.
It must be very difficult because my mother really did her best with me, and she failed at the last hurdle.
Isn't it when you do it intentionally?
Do you think that's...
They ricochet back and suddenly,
they become super heterosexual.
They grow hair on their chest when they come out. They're big guys.
But then because I've now lost track of how old your youngest then is.
I don't tell anybody anymore because it makes me older.
Oh, I see. No, she's.
So I say they're 3.
3, 6, and 9.
Yeah.
Your children. Yeah.
And I have another one coming. I have many eggs in me.
That's very good. Yeah.
Well, why should I tell you?
Exactly. You shouldn't. No, it's a thing that as a gentleman, I shouldn't even have begun to broach.
But I always think people think, that I'll fit in with 20-year-olds. You know, that nothing's weird. Because I went to school at UCL recently.
Right.
And I sat in the back of the class. And
you were actually there as a student?
As a student. Right. And they had disco night and things, and they didn't invite me. It was the same sensation as when I was really fat and ugly and a creep. So, do you know what I mean? Each time I can't make it in there.
Yeah.
There's always something. Next time I'll be dead. They'll treat me like shit. How are you and your wife?
We are...
I've noticed that you've never invited us to your house. Though
you did come once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I said I'm coming over. There was no formal...
Oh, well, we'd love you to come over again.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, we bloody would. But no, the problem we have is that we just think nobody ever wants to come and see us because we're, you know, I don't know. Because we've lived there 10 years ago.
We're not coming for the house.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But, we are...
Maybe if it's a self-esteem issue, you could go into the shrink with me.
Oh, yeah, well, I've got a lot of that. I'm doing.
Why am I seeing him? You know, he I don't know what he's doing.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Luckily, we've got very good brakes.
And luckily, it's short. We can go right under.
We can go right under the truck.
We can limbo these cars. No, I just give it to Ed.
Well, I give it to Judy.
Well, but Ed has no reactions.
Does he not react?
He's like a limp.
I mean, I can't. I've seen Ed get slightly
irked
at work.
Right.
On Red Dwarf once, and he got a bit moody. Quite justifiably.
Because I want to have those Italian things where you slap each other, you know, and then they drag you to the bedroom.
Then you cry, then you make up.
We don't get anything. Yeah. We would have been a good partnership then. We would just scream at each other.
We would, constantly.
I would think your wife is a screamer. She's not.
No. She's done so much therapy. She's a sulker and a crier. And when I know that's not true. She has got angry and she's hit me once. And I said, if you ever hit me again, I'm leaving you. That was before we had children.
She hit you.
This is so revealing. She said she gave me a friendly tap in the stomach, but she was in the. Remember, she was in the circus.
Yeah.
She was built like a brick shithouse, and I fell doubled over, like flat like that, folded in half on Upper Street in Islington, and two gay men picked me up. I was going, oh, God, and she carried on walking. She goes, oh, don't make such a fuss, you know, big drama queen. So I said, you ever do that again? And then when my son was a baby. We must have, I can't remember what the row was about, but I remember using him as a human shield. I was literally holding him up because she was like this. And once she's got a left hook that will kill you, you know, she's lethal. She does boxing.
So how'd she control it?
She's not done that. I mean, I don't know. She's done how many? 8, 9, 10 years of intensive psychotherapy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And she's now, you know, as you know,
I can't even tell if I'm angry. You know, if you take enough suppressants.
Yeah.
You know, I've lost all my identity. I'm a delightful person to be with. People, you know, the sad thing is funny went with it. But I'm a joy to have around.
Yeah. You're
No, everybody comments how nice I am now. Yeah. But, you know, I had to give up, you know, whatever it was that I had.
But you know, I suppose I never saw you. You were spiky, but I never felt, it never offended me. Do you know what I mean? You never said anything and I went, fucking hell, that's out of order. You know, where people do, I get
reviews 10 years later where they say you destroyed me.
Oh, really?
Well, I had this fat girl, this is my first one, called Desi Zarinas. And she was the girl they picked on more than me in high school.
Right.
And my job was to get her out of school so they could beat her up. This is in 13. I was like, remember Shadow in West Side Story? You know, the one that nobody wanted?
Yeah.
But they let her in the gang. So I got Desi out. I said, really, the coast is clear. And they beat the shit out of her and put ketchup in her handbag, you know, and I was kind of accepted in the gang after that. Anyway, jump cut 3 years ago, I run into her in a queue and she recognizes me.
Is she still a big lady?
Big fat woman. You beat her up now. Ooh.
Sorry. Foot slipped a bit then. God, isn't that awful? But isn't it?
I had to apologize for the ketchup in her handbag.
And she remembered it and she knew your role in it and everything.
She was poisoned by it, you know.
Poor thing.
I know. Well, how did that have to do with anger?
I can't remember.
Meaning that I was quite, you know, vengeful.
Because I think that does something to you in your child. My childhood damage was done by figures of authority, not by other children. I didn't used to get bullied by other kids. Or picked on by the kids, but I got bullied by teachers and picked on by teachers because I stood out and argued back. And
well, then you'd be a hero to kids.
Well, I wasn't a hero, but I certainly wasn't. I mean, there were times when there were bigger kids that picked on me a bit, but it was never a big deal. And a lot, you know, all the comedians who say, "Oh, I was bullied at school and I used humour," you know, that kind of cliche bollocks, isn't it? It's never rung true with me because I used to use humour, but I used to use humour because it was funny. You know, it was fun to do rather than.
Oh no, I think there's another reason.
I'm sure there is.
Because you're not the most. You know what I mean. We would have been fashion models with no personality had we had those looks, wouldn't we? Or ballerinas if we could lift our legs. And so the last thing down the evolutionary thing is you're just funny.
Yes.
You know, because you want some attention.
Yes. Yes.
Unless you're, you know, like a doorstop. But we needed attention, so we thought, okay, let's use this art.
It is weird, isn't it? Because I mean, have you ever done a school reunion thing?
I filmed my school reunion, and I'm not allowed in Evanston anymore. And it's the only time people figure. You know, I used to say I was much younger, and when they heard class of '69, people did the math. 60 fucking 9. That means I'm 110. But I went back. I didn't pick them. I said, here were my best friends. So they thought I picked the crack addict, right? Right. But she was my best friend. So when I knocked on her door, she was wearing, you know how girls always had those things that blow up, you know, to dry your hair? Yeah. And it had a kind of tube, you know.
Like a one you hang on your belt sort of thing?
Yeah. But she had another tube where she was doing crack. So I didn't know if she was playing the bagpipes or blowing up her head or whatever, because I'd never seen somebody do crack. Anyway, I interviewed her, and she ate her stuffed animals. I mean, she was insane. Wow. And then my other girlfriend was a nymphomaniac, and the third one, something was wrong with everybody. Wow. There were normal people, but what's to film?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So Class of '69 was not portrayed well. Not at all.
Everybody going to let me go across?
Are you going to drive me straight into the Prince chair?
That's what. Yeah, I was going to say.
You can go up the
stairs.
I reckon
I could probably get it up the stairs. I think it's got the power.
Who's after me?
No one. No, it's yes, you are the ultimate.
The denouement.
You are the ultimate aim of the day.
Jonathan Ross was my warm-up.
He just did a bit of warm-up. He did a little warm-up routine.
A little lubrication.
I'll tell you what he's got.
That I don't have.
Well, no, I don't know if you've got, I think you've probably got it as well. I think, you have got it. Is blisteringly accurate memory. Because I worked with him in 1984, 85. He was a researcher on a TV show. Really good. He remembered all the names of all the people on that show. People I was working with then. People, the director, the company that did it. And I mean, as he was saying it, I went, oh yeah, that's right. It was. You know, I couldn't bloody remember.
I'm really angry now. So he's funny and he has a memory.
He's got a really good memory. And if you think of the amount of people he's met professionally, just, you know, year after year, you'd think it would get a bit fuzzy.
Hazy.
You go, who's that bloke with the blondie hair that wears a suit? You know, you just go.
Everybody looks the same to me.
Yeah.
You know, I can't tell them apart.
And I meet people that I have worked with for like 5 years, like cameramen or a director or something. I've just met a load of them today. And when I see them and they say, hi Robert, how you doing? I know them.
I've met people that I've had sex with and I don't know who they are.
I have sat in a cafe with a woman, there's 2 of us in the cafe, and this woman smiled at me and I went, gosh, she's quite nice. And then as she got up in a bit of a huff and walked out, it then hit me that we'd slept together, we'd spent one night together. And I totally didn't cross my mind when we were...
Obviously Alzheimer's.
Do you think that's what it is?
Well,
early onset?
I had an excuse. I was at somebody's party and there was like, you know when people do living art, you know the people that stand like the Statue of Liberty? Yeah. There was a guy standing by the fishing pond dressed as a dwarf. Right. But he was tall and he was holding a fishing pole and he held really still, and I brought my kids over and I said, look at this. You know, and there was another guy even smaller next to him. Right. And, you know, his eyes kept flickering to me, and at the end of the party, I realized that was a man I had slept with. The guy, don't I know how to pick him? He was being the gnome. He had the little red hat on and like the green suit. Wow. And to my horror, when the makeup came off, I realized.
You realized that's who it was.
I was never a good picker of men. Looking how late I am for the psychiatrist.
We're 3:45.
Okay, well we can.
Stuck in trouble, but we're nearly there. I mean, it's only up here.
Because these fuckers all send their kids to school here.
Yeah, so that was the bloody
school
run.
Over.
Oh. But the men older than me going out with 22-year-old. You know why? How could they?
I just saw.
Oh, did you?
In South Africa.
All right.
And he was with a woman who had just been born. She was still wet from the she had the placenta attached and was wearing spike heels like this. You know when the head's all gluey and they're still purple.
Oh no.
That was his date.
Oh no.
I know.
Because what age is he? 60, be in his early 60s.
I know, but he looks heavily pregnant.
Does he?
Yeah. But it was
Oh, I don't know. I won't put this on because that's too gossipy, isn't it? But
well,
that's very
go
interesting.
Yeah. Like that.
Yes.
As to who am I talking about?
Who I met in South Africa. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that is weird, isn't it? Weird. Well,
why isn't it weird? Women are all rubbery at that age, you know? That's when you want them.
But you've got to bloody talk to them. That's what I can't, you see.
Do you have to talk to the person you sleep with?
I mean, if it could be arranged that they were brought in prepared.
Right. And their mouths were bound.
Or maybe a gag. That would be quite kinky. And then you have incredibly kinky sex with them. They're all rubbery and flexible.
And then you throw them out.
And then they immediately leave, so you don't have to talk. And then interesting people come in, so you can talk to them.
Right, and you pretend it was them.
Yes.
They just lie in the same place and say that was wonderful.
Well, there's a kid that Louis was at school with, a girl that Louis was at school with, whose older sister is now going out with. And she is 22 if she's.
Isn't he going out with that tall thing still?
Is
she the tall thing?
I mean, he's been in the papers recently. This girl, she's like 22 years old.
And she likes that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, presumably. But I know her. I mean, Louis used to go to the birthday parties, and that girl was there as a sort of 16-year-old, and was just one of those kids with the hair and the attitude and the spoilt, rotten pain in the arse, God blimey.
Well, she's having her moment in the sun.
I don't think it's just, I don't know. I'm sure it's absolutely fine if you're a rock star and you've still got a lot of hair.
They all have a lot of hair. Ed noticed that. They all do. I mean, their brains are gone, fried.
Is that what it is?
They all got
maybe if you damage your eardrums with the sound, and then your hair grows or something.
Or your brain shrinks, so it has more follicle
But it does
space.
look like.
I met him a few times. He didn't like me very much.
Did he not?
No, it's funny that. Yeah. I really wanted him to like me.
Yeah, why didn't he? I would have thought he'd be all right.
Well, when I get near certain people, I can't be funny.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I'm intimidated.
Right.
So there was no reason to like me.
Yeah.
I once met Princess Diana, and somebody was going like this for me. They said she's really funny, and I said, this place looks like an airport terminal. And you could see her going, what? It was nothing. It wasn't funny. And then I tried something else. It just died. I just nosedived. And you know that look people have that's really expectant that you're going to be funny?
Yeah.
And then you see their smiles drop?
Right.
Yeah, that was my experience.
Oh, dear.
But there's so much pressure when you want somebody to like you.
Oh, God, yes. It is very difficult, isn't it?
And you go through your old repertoire and hate yourself for it?
Yeah.
Like,
and
hey, summer camp's a funny thing.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to me? Yeah.
Yeah, those.
It's painful. But also, I mean, so much more, the disadvantage you have is so much more is expected of you because of your reputation and, what people have seen you do. If people meet me, they, even if they know if they've ever seen me on TV, that bloke who did the Scrap Heap or the bloke with the rubber head from Red Dwarf.
Is that bad?
No, it's easy because there's very low expectation. They're not thinking, oh, he's, it must be tough for people like, Jack D or comedians.
Well, or Jonathan Ross.
Jonathan Ross, somebody, and then if they're not in the mood, and everyone's expecting them, there's a lot of pressure on that. No one's expecting me to do anything, so I don't get that same.
Oh, I would think they do. That Scrap Heap thing was pretty out there.
Yeah, but it wasn't. It's not like.
No, it's not like being.
It's not like being a comedian, I suppose, is it? I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me not being aware that there is a lot of pressure on me, and I'm just ignoring it.
People are pointing. People are whispering as we drive by. That's him. That's him.
That's that man.
I hate when people think I'm mean, though.
Yeah.
They go, be a bitch.
Right.
And I think, where was I a bitch?
Yeah, yeah.
And then I try to explain. I had 17 hours with the person, and we crammed it into a half an hour. So it looked like I was talking that fast, but there were hours where we were both sleeping.
Yeah, yeah.
We took little snoozes. What time is it now?
It is now 10 to 4. I got you there.
You got me there.
So where do you need to go?
You can get me a Starbucks.
I could.
Can we get a Starbucks?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Oh, I've got to park, haven't I?
No, just pull up here and I'll run and get one.
Oh, shoot.
Can you?
I can if I'm really careful, if there's no one behind me that's going to get too cross.
That's where I'm going.
Well, just up there?
Up there.
This is perfect, isn't it? There's no parking or waiting of any sort ever.
That's perfect. So if you get pulled away.
Well, inclusive time purposes, fuck knows what that means.
You don't want a pair of little kid shoes, do you? All right. Do you want a Starbucks?
I would love something.
All right. No,
Do you think we can stop here?
Yeah, okay. I know we can.
You're good. Remember to take your mic off.
Oh, yeah, you have to sit here.
Okay, yeah, just a latte, but let me pay for it.
Okay, you can pay for it.
You pay for it.
Because I took that taxi all the way to...
Exactly.
All right. Does it come out of the budget? Oh. Oh, we didn't know. But this is such a small car, most people can't even see it. Please, can we get a Starbucks? I'm begging you, please. One Starbucks.
Are you both going or are you staying?
No,
I'm staying in here.
Please.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
okay,
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. See? Just a little charm and some...
You're so good.
I flashed him.